Hi, my name is Dan, and today we're going to discuss Novalco's ultrasonic devices. The EasyTrack and EchoTrack ultrasonic transmitters are designed for solid and liquid applications. They have various process connections, transducers, housing and transducer materials and measuring ranges available, the combinations of which make these instruments hugely versatile. We already touched on the operating principle in the video about the basics of ultrasonics. If you haven't seen it, make sure you watch it sometime. To sum it up briefly, ultrasonic devices measure the time of the ultrasound burst traveling from the sensor to the measured object and back. The sensor emits an ultrasonic pulse, receives the echoes reflected from the target, then calculates the distance between the sensor and the target based on the time of flight. Let's talk about transmitters for liquids. The EchoTrack is a 2 or 4-wire 4 to 20 mA compact device with optional hard communication. The device can be mounted on the top of the tank using a process connection or mounting bracket. The transmitters can be purchased with a plastic or powder-coated aluminum housing. The material of the wetted parts can be PP, PVDF, PTFE, or stainless steel. The chosen material needs to be chemically compatible with the substances involved in the application. The parameters of the device can be adjusted in several ways. You can use the buttons on the transmitter, but they give you access only to a limited set of parameters. A better way to go about it is to use a plug-in display, which provides access to all of the device's parameters, so it's worth keeping one handy for troubleshooting or configuring the device. When programming the device via plug-in display, the QuickSet gives you access to the most frequently used parameters, or you can change anything in the full parameter list. If your device is hard compatible, you can use a multi-count unit or the eView configuration program on a Windows PC to modify the parameters. There are numerous calculation options in the EchoTrack for open channel metering that make life easier, including 32-point linearization, 9 pre-programmed partial flumes, a general flow formula, and many specific formulas. The tables of Novalco's catalog are informative and easy to read. All the relevant parameters are listed in an orderly fashion to simplify selecting the best device. The more options there are, the harder it is to keep them in mind, so the devices have order codes that make ordering straightforward and unambiguous. Not all combinations are possible, so when in doubt, look up the device in the product catalog or contact our sales department. All the relevant information about Novalco's devices can be found in the product catalog, including all available options and technical datasheets. We talked about devices for liquids, but what about solids? Instruments designed to measure the level of bulk solids are slightly different. They have a so-called aiming device, which is optional but highly recommended due to the nature of the measured medium. Most of the other features are the same. For example, they have the same buttons, modules, and communication protocols. The product catalog helps you select the appropriate options based on the application parameters. The order code of the devices contains the model and the options. Intrinsically safe and Dustex models are available for hazardous environments. The EasyTrack is an integrated device similar to the EchoTrack transmitters in many respects. The most significant difference is that the EasyTrack cannot be equipped with a plug-in display. It can only be programmed remotely via eView or a multi-count process controller through HART. The EasyTrack SP300 integrated transmitters for liquids with IP68 protection are designed to endure even occasional immersion. However, prolonged immersion must be avoided as it interferes with the measurement and can cause the loss of level signal even after the level is back within the measuring range of the transmitter. All integrated ultrasonic level transmitters for liquid applications can be installed using their upper process connection, but some also have a lower process connection for this purpose. In the case of the latter, only the transducer part of the transmitter is within the tank. The SP500 is Novalco's newest ultrasonic device. It's a versatile and capable ultrasonic transmitter for liquids with hard 7 compatibility and a narrow beam angle. The device can communicate with the latest eView release and multi-count process controllers. The SP500 series evolved from the SP300. their measuring range got longer, and their dead zone shorter. The new SPA 500 series works dependably and provides reliable data consistently in the most unforgiving of environments. Up to 15 of these devices can be connected to a multi-con process controller or a Windows PC via eView. Another recent development is the Unicom SAT504-2 Bluetooth modem, making the wireless PC transmitter connection possible. Up to 15 non-X devices can be connected to a multi-con process controller in a hard multi-drop loop, which can be accessed from a PC via RS485. The features of the EasyTrack SCD300 transmitters are similar to that of the EchoTrack STD and SBD300 devices. The most significant difference is that these devices cannot be equipped with a plug-in display. They can only be programmed remotely via eView or multi-con process controller via HART. In addition to the standard instruments, the EasyTrack lineup includes devices for DustX applications with the same nominal measuring ranges and beam angle. When selecting a device for a particular application, always consider the damping factors and how they affect the measuring range. For example, in a solid application, it is best to opt for a 30-meter measuring range if the maximum measuring distance is 15 meters because of the increased scattering and dust. If you would like to use a multi-con process controller, make sure the devices you order are HART compatible. If you're having difficulties selecting a suitable device, call us or drop us an email describing the application, and our sales team will help you pick the right instrument with the appropriate options. Thanks for watching. The presentation was compiled by Agnes Janesh, and we hope it will point you in the right direction.